I'm back for another collective reading. This reason for gathering today happens to be for the full moon, the Capricorn full moon, which is happening tomorrow, July 10th. That's a Thursday. It's at 18 degrees of the lovely sign Capricorn at 4:37 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes. So I've decided to do a collective reading. Just want to see what the Capricorn full moon is looking like, how it's reflecting our thoughts and feelings. You know, something slight. The moon does not like being in Capricorn, so this moon may be a tough one to experience for some people. Cardinal signs for sure. If you have cardinal placements, that is Aries, Libra, Cancer, and of course Capricorn. Also, I believe this Capricorn full moon isn't making too many aspects to any planets. I know it is trining Mars, a loose trine, but a trine nonetheless. And then after the full moon hits its peak, it will be void until it enters into Aquarius. So, yeah, let's see what this Capricorn full moon has in store for my collective. Okay, Spirit, what messages do you have for my collective, my Neptunian Nudes collective for this Capricorn full moon? Oh, I've also uploaded Instagram reel tarot reading. So if you want to go check that out, if that's interesting to you, that is available on my Instagram, Neptunian Nudes. We have the Six of Cups, the Emperor, the Page of Pentacles, and last but not least, we have the Page of Swords. Okay. I can definitely see the Emperor, how he plays out in this energy. Even though the Emperor is Aries, I can see that being represented by, well, actually, we have Saturn in Aries currently. So, yeah, that's stoic energy. Even though Saturn does not like being in Aries, for this reading, I'm picking up a really stoic and serious energy. This feels like someone who didn't really get to have much of a childhood. You were kind of forced to be on your own to a certain extent. Like, yes, you had parents or someone to take care of you, but you were forced to be really mature. You were forced to kind of grow up fast. Also, with the Capricorn moon, being in its fall. The moon does not like being in Capricorn. I do feel like there wasn't a lot of emotional, like, affection. It wasn't a lot of affection. It wasn't a lot of love. It wasn't being said or spoken out loud. It was more like shown through actions of taking care of you or just being that provider for you. So now, as an adult, expressing your emotions may be difficult. It may be something that you feel like you have to seriously prepare for. Yes. So, yeah, childhood could have been not so fun, not so light and innocent. It could have been, my eyes are being drawn to this person in the back. I don't know, I've never noticed that. You could have had other responsibilities while you're watching people play or you're watching um, the neighborhood kids, your friends, your peers, you're watching them play. It's like you had other responsibilities. So you've always been serious. You've always embraced that Capricorn energy. That Capricorn energy, which is always in work mode, always getting to the bag, getting to the coin. Definitely with the Page of Pentacles right here. Mhm. Mhm. You didn't check the bottom of the deck. Okay. The bottom of the deck is the Four of Swords and the Five of Swords. Okay. Mhm. I feel like this message is about being tired of always feeling like you have to be in control. You always have to be the mature one. You always have to have the answers. If you need a solution or you need help, it's really just going to fall back on you to make things shake, make things happen. Maybe even feeling like people have turned their back on you when you needed them most. It's like people start to keep their distance. Mm. This Capricorn full moon could be revealing people's true colors. With this Four of Swords, Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck, it's giving, like I said, very tired, tired of being isolated, tired of having to be the one to always show up. But I feel like there's something, it's easier for you to control your outward world versus your inner world. I do feel like there's a lot of chaos and confusion going on internally. Emotionally stunted, that popped up in my mind. Okay, so this full moon is revealing that some people out there may feel a little emotionally stunted, especially if you feel like there wasn't anyone to pour into you as you were growing up, as you were learning how to manage your emotions, as you were just experiencing a lot of changes, and you needed support and you needed love and reassurance. It wasn't there. So now it feels like that's something you struggle with. So now you feel like you always have to be in control of things that are happening in your life outwardly. Mm. Very strict with yourself. I feel like you have harsh boundaries sometimes. Yeah. Spirit, tell me more. Tell me more for this full moon in Capricorn for my Neptunian Nudes collective. Please and thank you. Convention. 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 Am I saying that weird? No, convention. Okay, one more. So this is Capricorn energy with 10th house. Discrimination. Oh, okay. So this is Venus in Capricorn, and this is Venus in Virgo energy. 10th house and 6th house. Conviction and discrimination. My attention is being drawn to this child on this card right here. I can show the camera. That's giving me a similar message to earlier about your childhood. Definitely with Capricorn energy, I feel like you had an expectation to do well and to fit into a certain box. Um, I feel like your parents could have been really strict. Um, Beyond that, I feel like they had high expectations for you to achieve academically, and also beyond that, they expect you to be in the community. They expect you to be involved in after school activities, volunteering, church activities, whatever it is. They just wanted you to be a well-rounded person, which is great, but I feel like they were really intense at times, and at times where you needed more emotional support, they wanted you to continue to hold up the image of being strong, being I don't want to say perfect because no one's perfect, but they just wanted you to have it all together. They felt like they had it all together. Your parents were like, we're working hard to provide you with this lifestyle, because I'm being drawn to this card again. The house, the, I guess what would be yard. So maybe you grew up in a nice house or you grew up in a nice area. Your parents worked really hard to make sure you had certain opportunities that they didn't have and they really wanted you to take advantage of them. I feel like they wanted you to, I don't know, the word perfect and perfection keeps popping up. I think that's that Virgo energy over here. But there's no such thing as perfection or perfect. You'll drive yourself crazy trying to be perfect. Mhm. Bottom of the deck is lust for the Oracle deck. And that's okay. All of these cards are Venus energy. This is Venus in Aries. So, once again, more Aries energy, another cardinal sign. So, yeah, my Aries are definitely feeling this full moon in Capricorn. Okay, so what else do we have? I do feel that you're trying to find your own way with the Page of Pentacles and Page of Swords with the Emperor. With, um, I'm thinking about Saturn now. Like I said, I feel like your parents had certain expectations of you and you want to move away from that. You want to do your own thing. You got to find out what makes you happy. I feel like that was never an option for you when you were younger to really explore what makes you happy. That was not an option. Not saying that your parents didn't care if you were happy. It's just that their idea of happiness was different from yours. Their idea of happiness was really reflected in how well they took care of you and the things they afforded you, the lifestyle they were able to give you. Yeah. Hmm. So, yeah, it's just like you live in this nice house. You should be happy. I drop you off and pick you up from school. You should be happy. That's very much so the energy. But now I feel like you are wanting something new. You're not a child anymore. You're still finding your way. Because your youthfulness was suppressed as a child, I do find that you really should let your inner child breathe a little. She wants to play, she wants to have fun. He or she, or they, them, however it resonates to you. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's see what other messages we have, and then I am going to wrap it up. I feel like this was a really good read, though. Okay. Spirit, tell me more about the Six of Cups for my Neptunian Nudes collective. Tell me more about the Six of Cups, please. Let me make sure it's still recording. Five of Pentacles. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the Page of Cups with the Seven of Wands. So I was really trying to see exactly what your inner child's needing. I do feel like your inner child is playing a huge part in this full moon, a huge part of this reading. I mean, we do have the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. I do feel like this indicates feeling alone a lot when you were a child, feeling helpless to a certain extent. You could have been sick a lot as a child, headaches. I don't know. But either way, I feel like you are tired of being alone, feeling abandoned. Feeling like you had to be perfect. I think your inner child just wants to know that they are safe and that they are loved and appreciated. And I feel like they need a lot of validation. They want to be seen because when you were a child, you kind of had to shrink yourself. Definitely with this Page of Cups and Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck. It's giving children are to be seen and not heard. And now, as an adult, I feel like you're fighting to get your voice to be heard, or you're fighting to find your own way. Mm. You're fighting to reparent yourself. Okay. That might be the name of this reading. You're fighting to reparent yourself. Okay. I think I have another mosquito bite on my face. I don't know what is going on. Anyway, I don't want this reading to be too long. So I am going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you've made it this far, let's see. Let's leave this emoji right here. Okay, so yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. Please like the video, please subscribe, and please check out my Instagram at Neptunian Nudes and check out the blog, neptuniannudes.com. I will see you next time.